Greetings, everyone! Matthew here from the Legend of Zeolite Gemstones and Minerals, and we are going to do an opal experiment. This will be opal experiment number 1. What we are holding here is a beautiful, nice and flashy piece of Ethiopian opal that I purchased for a fair price recently. We are looking at a weight of 11.2 carats. So, what are we going to do with this beautiful Ethiopian opal? Well, I'm going to hand shape it and hand polish it. We'll freeform it into whatever shape it ends up coming out. I'll probably kind of keep the same general shape here. We'll get rid of all the sand around it and make all the edges nice and flat and see what kind of beautiful piece comes out at the end. So, we will take pictures and short videos along the way. So, I hope you enjoy the ride. Let's do this. Okay, so I've been sanding away at this for about a half an hour now, not too long. But one thing I didn't really notice is some of the sand goes in there fairly deep, like back in here. You can see it comes all the way down in there. You can really see it from this angle. There we go. See how deep that sand goes? So I'm going to have to lose that whole section there. And same thing up here. This goes pretty deep down in there. I have to lose that whole section up there. So what I thought was going to end up being a 5 to 7 carat stone in the end is probably only going to be 2 to 4 carats. But we will see what we end up with. We'll keep working it, see what happens. Alright, so I've done some more sanding. And yeah, we still have a little bit of sand deposit down in here, maybe another 1/8 of an inch. A little bit of sand up in the corner there. I still got a bunch of sand to work out over here. But it's starting to take a nice shape. So yeah, let's just keep at it and see what happens here. It's getting there. All right. Alright, so I've been sanding away at this thing for, I don't know, about 2.5 hours total now. Still have a few little specks of sand, a few little spots that I need to flatten out. But for the most part, we have a nice general shape here, which I'm liking a lot. My predictions were correct. This has already gone under 5 carats. I'm hoping by the time it's done, it is still over 3, which it should be. So let's finish taking the rest of these little bits of sand out and smooth down these corners and see what we're gonna get. Okay, we have finished shaping our Ethiopian opal. It's turning out to be a very cool little shape there. Nice freeform faceted piece. can still see all that flash even through the grooves from the sandpaper. So we will work up in grits until we get to a good 2000 grit, and then go to a polish from there and see how beautiful this stone ends up being. Okay, so we have now hit it with the next grade of sandpaper. I don't think I mentioned before, but I carved it with a 150 grit sandpaper. I moved up to the 320 grit. So as you can see, the lines are a little finer in there. See more of that flash coming through. Great color play still. So yeah, next I'm going to hit it with the 600 grit, then 1200, and then 2000. So yeah, we'll do little videos in between so you can see as the polishing's coming along. And I think it's coming along beautifully. Alright, so I've now hit it with the 600 grit. As you can see, it's becoming more transparent. And getting a lot more of that color flash coming through now. Ooh, great oranges and reds and greens, and doesn't want to stay focused. Whew. It's turning out to be a very beautiful piece. So, next we hit it with the 1200. Alright, so we've now hit it with the 1200 grit. And as you can see, the clarity is getting much better. The color play is just gorgeous on this one. Oh yeah. Very, very beautiful. So now I'm going to hit it with the 2000 grit. Alright, we've now hit this with the 1200 grit sandpaper, and it is looking absolutely amazing. We still got some of them scuff mark sandpaper lines running through it. So the best thing I can do for that is to use an abrasive polish. The only thing we currently have available, I know is not the best product to use, but is Brasso, and it should work okay. Gosh, look at those reds and oranges and greens. This thing has just turned out way more stunning than I could have imagined. So yeah, let's get a polish on this and see the final product. Alright, real quick note, I realized that I misspoke in my last video. The last grit of sandpaper I used was actually 2000 grit, not the 1200. That was the step before that. But now I have put the polishing compound on it, and to the best of my ability, polished it up. Obviously, you could still see scratch marks in there when you hit it in the light, but yeah, without a better polishing compound, that's as good as it's going to get. So I'm definitely going to have to order some of that. Oh, I forget what it's called, but really good stuff. But anyways, look at how beautiful this stone turned out. It is phenomenal. Great color play. Beautiful shape. I like the shape it came out. And yeah, I just loving it, loving it, loving it. So, for those that don't know, opal is quite a porous stone. And the good thing about Ethiopian opal is once it gets wet, it can dry out without cracking. So I was using water while sanding it, and that's why it looks super clear right now to where you can even see my fingerprints through it. So what will happen here in a short while, this will actually turn white as it starts to dry out. And I will take another short video and pictures to show that, how that happens. And then in about 24 hours, it will return to its original luster. So we will take another video and some final pictures then. So stay tuned for the final few steps of this beautiful, beautiful Ethiopian opal. And also I'm going to wait to weigh it until after the final dry, because the weight could be slightly different due to the water content. So I want to make sure that it's an accurate weight when I give it a final weight. So yeah, we will be right back in a little bit. Alright, so as you can see, the body tone has taken on this white opaque color, and that is due to the water that it absorbed during the polishing and sanding process. But that was to be expected. I just wanted to show that that is what will happen with Ethiopian opal. Oof, look at them reds and oranges, beautiful greens, little tiny flashes of blue. You'll even get violet. Oh, beautiful, beautiful color play in this. And obviously that white background makes the color stand out more. But yeah, that will go away as the stone continues to dry out. So I will come back when that process has completed to show the absolute final product. Alright, so this has been drying out for a day, and we have our final product. Beautiful Ethiopian Welo opal freeform facet, all done by hand. The original weight was 11.2 carats. The final weight is 3.0 carats. Very beautiful, very stunning piece. Opal Experiment number 1 was a success. By far. So, we're going to take some pictures and a nice video of the stone rotating, and we will call it good. So thank you all for joining me on this journey, and with that said, I am Matthew from the Legend of Zeolite, Gemstones and Minerals, signing off. See you next time.